My wife falsely accused me and ran away with her lover. Now that she's back, I got my revenge. My wife and I had known each other since childhood. Our mothers were close friends, so we practically grew up together. At first, we were just friends, but as time passed, we fell for each other. By the time we finished high school, we started dating. We were each other's first everything. First boyfriend, first girlfriend, and what I thought would be forever. We got married young, and for the first 5 years, I thought we had a perfect marriage. We rarely argued. We went out every weekend, and I was already planning a grand proposal to renew our vows now that I had finished college and landed a job in my field. But that's when everything fell apart. The betrayal. One night, my phone died, and I needed to send a quick message to my boss. Since my wife's phone was right there, I picked it up to send a simple text. And that's when my entire world crumbled. The moment I opened her messaging app, I saw a conversation that felt off. When I clicked it, I was hit with a gut-wrenching truth. For months, my wife had been messaging another man, her lover. She told him she couldn't wait to leave me. She gushed about how he was the love of her life and how she just had to find the right time to break things off with me. She went on about how she never truly loved me and that she only stayed out of convenience. I couldn't read anymore. I shook her awake, confronting her with the messages. At first, she denied everything, tried to gaslight me, saying I was misreading things. But when I showed her her own words, she finally broke down. I was going to tell you. I just didn't know how. I didn't care. I kicked her out of the house that very night. I was devastated, spent days in bed, ignoring calls, ignoring life. But when I finally checked my social media, I realized something. I had made a huge mistake. The ultimate backstab. While I was drowning in my own pain, my wife had been busy spinning a story. She told everyone, our families, mutual friends, and even some of my co-workers, that I was the one who cheated on her. Not only that, but she claimed that I threw her out in the middle of the night like a heartless monster. And since I had gone completely silent, everyone believed her. To make matters worse, my mother-in-law had reported missing jewelry around the same time. And guess what? My wife accused me of stealing it. She painted me as a lying, cheating, thieving scumbag. My own family turned against me, thinking I was too ashamed to defend myself, which in their eyes meant I was guilty. I had lost everything, my reputation, my dignity, and even my support system. But then, I decided to fight back. The proof that exposed her lies. At first, I was too numb to care, but the anger finally settled in. I started digging, and that's when I found my ace. See, I hadn't just seen her messages that night. I had screenshotted everything before confronting her. Every single text, confession, and disgusting love note she had sent her lover, saved. And that wasn't all. Since we had smart security cameras in our house, I pulled up the footage from that night. The cameras caught everything. Me finding her texts, me confronting her, her admitting to the affair, me throwing her out with her taking her own bags. It was undeniable proof. Then came the real kicker. The missing jewelry? Turns out my wife's lover had a criminal record for theft, and just a week after she left me, she had moved in with him. I put everything together and compiled a dossier of evidence, text, security footage, timelines, everything. Then I sent it out to her mother, to her father, to my family, to her extended family, to all our mutual friends. And for extra fun, I even sent it to her job because her workplace had a strict morals clause and they didn't take kindly to liars. The revenge served ice cold. The fallout was instant and brutal. Her family disowned her. Her mother called me sobbing, begging for forgiveness. Her father was furious, telling me that if I ever needed anything, I could always count on him. My family apologized profusely, realizing they had turned against the wrong person. Her friends cut her off, ashamed that they had believed her lies. She lost her job within a week for violating company policy. Her lover? He ditched her once things got messy. The final blow. Months passed. I moved on, found peace, found someone better. But then, one day she came back. She showed up at my door, looking broken, desperate. I made a mistake. I was confused. I never meant to hurt you. Can we talk? I looked her dead in the eyes. No. And then, I closed the door in her face. Because some betrayals are unforgivable.